Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Sprite, Doug, from Condé Systems. Very excited to be here today. Excited to have a guest.
Yeah,
I know.
thanks for having me on a Friday show. I feel like I'm stepping up in the world.
I know. Let me just make sure we are live on Facebook. I see us at, oh goodness. All right, guys. Hi, everybody. I see us on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? I don't know. Maybe we're live. Looks good to me. There we go. This content isn't available right now. Well, how come? It says we're live. I don't know. All right, Facebook. If you guys can't see me, just I don't know. Switch over to YouTube, I guess. All right. What are we gonna do today, Doug?
Well, we could talk about that we're in the middle of hurricane season, but who wants to celebrate that? Definitely not down here in beautiful Mobile, Alabama, that's for sure. It's hot outside.
It's very hot.
It is like a subtropical hot, When it gets that hot, what do they usually refer to it as?
Sweltering?
Sweltering dog days?
Something like that.
Is that why they call it dog days? Because it's so hot, you just dog it, you just kind of fall out, don't do anything?
Actually, that's not why they call it the dog days of summer.
Oh, I'm sure you would know.
I do know. I do know. And actually, they call it the dog days of summer because I'm trying to figure out why we're not live on YouTube. They call it the dog days of summer because back in ancient Roman times, the dog star, Sirius, would rise during sunrise in August, so they called it the dog days of summer because that was when the star Sirius was available. So,
you see, that sounds completely made up.
I
thought they called it the dog days of summer because we love dogs, right?
Well, that is also true. Yes.
See?
Yes.
So in a way, yes, I am right too.
Yeah, you're always right. All right, I'm not really quite sure what's happening with Facebook, so we're just gonna fake it till we make it. We're just gonna go ahead and go live now. Why isn't it letting me go live? I don't know. Yeah, it's David. That's
I thought
David.
we gave David Gross the day off.
That is David texting me going, I don't see it live on Facebook. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to figure this out, okay? Possibly. I know. So we're just going to go live now, and we're going to title this Doug. And, it wouldn't be Friday without problems. Like, tons and tons of problems. Condé Systems. See if I can get this correct, guys. Sorry, y'all. I see YouTube. You guys are commenting and talking. I know. I'm just... If I don't get this, David's going to be mad. Hey, Doug, why don't you talk while I try to figure this out?
Okay, well, as far as the dog days that we were referencing before, I'm sorry the Facebook crowd isn't going to catch the reference, so to speak, because it was such good material. But what we're referring to as far as the dog days of summer was our promotion for August, right? Dog days of summer. Now, when we were coming up with an idea for it, Sprite had this brilliant idea of she wanted dogs in space. Now, what that had to do with dog days of summer, I had no idea. But now that you mentioned the Sirius star, okay, now that starts to make sense. So what we're going to do today is we're going to introduce a new product that we've got here at Condé Systems. It's coming from Forever Paper in Germany. Forgive me while I adjust my cool Vapor Gator, which was printed, by the way, compliments of Saltwater Mafia. Thank you guys for letting me borrow. But getting back to the subject, we got this cool new product from Forever Paper Company that's called hot stamping foil. And we're going to demonstrate a couple of ways that you can employ hot stamping foil. Use it to decorate cotton or cotton poly blend garments to make your garments stand out from the crowd, so to speak. Because what foil does is it gives a metallic effect, or it can give a glitter effect, or a confetti effect, or a prism effect, holographic effect, even a rainbow effect, depending on the type of foil that you select. And here at Condé, we're going to stock about 24 different what are called premium color foils. These premium foils are going to retail for, I believe, $32.95 a roll. The rolls are going to come about 12 inches wide and about 39 to 40 feet long. Now, I did some calculations, and from my calculations, if we did a foil to cover an 8.5 inch by 11 inch image, we would be spending about 30 to 35 cents in foil. If we did it for 11 by 17, then you're looking at about 65 to 70 cents to foil. So the cool part is it's an add-on that you can do to your garment that isn't going to cost a lot of money, it isn't going to take a lot of time, and it's really going to make the image stand out. Now, we're going to demonstrate two ways to do it today. First off, I'm going to do it using a color laser self-weeding transfer. The paper that I'm going to use is the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. That paper is going to act as my target, and then I'm going to decorate over the top of it with foil. So after I'm finished demonstrating that, Sprite's going to jump on the heat press, and she is going to show you how to do it with a new self-weeding product from Forever that they call their Subli-Light. It is a sublimation to cotton single sheet self-weeding transfer. So Sprite is going to take that design, she's going to put what's called an adhesive over, and then come over the top with the foil. Show you two different ways that you can create these designs with Forever stamp foil. So, enough explanation? Did I kill enough time?
I wasn't paying attention at all, but I got the Facebook up.
So, all right,
yay!
So Facebook is with you. All right. Welcome to the Doug Bite Comedy Half Hour here. As I was just explaining to the YouTube, because they're already hip, they already going on. We're going to play around with Forever stamp foils today. We're going to show you two ways to use the hot stamp foil to decorate a shirt. I'm going to demonstrate using self-weeding transfer paper and foil. Sprite is going to do it with the Subli-Light sublimation to cotton, and then show you how that is prepared to receive the foil. And at the end, up side by side, and we're going to determine who's got the better look shirt, right? Yeah. So we're just go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and go first because I've got the heat press calibrated for my laser paper. Sprite's going to get on mission control and operate the camera. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, Mom. My mom's watching. Guys.
Mom.
Oh, Mom, this is Doug. We share an office.
Yes.
He's okay.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for this material, guys. We're playing around with it today.
Okay, so while my heat press is warming up here, what is show you guys my original design. So here's my original design done on Forever Low Temp Laser Self-Weeding Transfer Paper. This side here has black toner. What you do first is the design onto the garment, and the first thing that I've got to do is I've got to apply the adhesive, the B sheet, to the toner on the A foil sheet. So the first thing I'm going to do here is make sure that my platen is warmed up. A trick I like to employ is if you have a little bit of bend to your B sheet, lay it on the warm platen, takes that moisture right out. We're going to take the toner side here, the mirror reverse side. We're going to line up our two sheets, put them in our heat press, put my protective sheet over.
Here, let's do this so they can see what you're doing a little bit better.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
So I'm going to go ahead and press these two together. at 310 to 330 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 minutes. Now, essentially what's going on is the emulsion that's on that B sheet is going to stick to the toner on the A foil. At that point, my transfer will be ready to apply to the garment. Once I have my base transfer applied to the garment, I come over the top of that with the foil. So the transfer is doing nothing more than acting as a target for where the foil is going to stick. Because wherever the foil comes in contact with the transfer, it will adhere. Wherever the foil comes in direct contact with the garment, it won't stick. So essentially we've got a design, a metallic design that we didn't have to cut or weed ourselves. Basically the product is doing it for us. Now, as far as the colors are concerned, I'm going to lay some out here. This is what we call carbon fiber. And I don't know if the camera can pick up on the pattern or not, so I'll just hold it a little closer.
Look how cool! That is so cool.
So that's available in 3 colors. I personally am going to try to play around with the confetti today.
And I've got this one. I've got this confetti. I love it. I'm going to do this one. Well, I'm going to do 2, but this is one of the ones I'm going to do. Super fun.
I'm going to be using the orange confetti for my design, but you can see the pattern in there.
Look how cool, guys. So fun.
And I think I got time to do one more. I'm going to pull some of the cube here. Gold and silver cube. Effects that you can't generate using a regular printer. That's what makes foil so cool. Oh, that sound means I'm done. I'm going to remove my cover sheet. And I'm going to do a slow peel from one corner to the other. The trick is, if you let the A foil stay against that warm platen, you can do a low, slow peel without picking any fine details up off the sheet. So now I've got my emulsion set to the A foil, basically set to the toner. Now just to kind of show you, there's the design without the emulsion. There's the design with the emulsion. So now, let me go ahead and put this on the t-shirt. I am going to use a Hanes Beefy Tee 100% cotton t-shirt. I'm going to put the t-shirt on my platen. And I'm going to take a sticky lint roller. Get all the loose filament or contaminants off. Smooth that out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my design, which I've trimmed up here. I'm going to put the design down, cover it with a protective sheet, and press. Now normally, if this were a regular low temp laser dart transfer, I would be applying it for 30 seconds. But I'm only going to hit this for about 15. Why? So I can rapidly cool it, remove the foil, and then start working with my metallic foils here. So what I've got here is just a piece of aluminum that I'm using to rapidly cool the design. See, stop the coronavirus. Stop it in its tracks,
right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Wear your masks, boys and girls.
Okay.
All right.
So what I'm going to do here is I just roll the film off. Actually, that's a pretty cool effect, black on black, if you ask me.
Wow. Wow.
But just to show you, this is going to be the target for the foil, okay? So wherever we lay the foil and it hits anywhere on the fabric itself, it will not stick. It's only going to stick to our design.
So I did have a question, Doug.
Go ahead.
So let's clear some stuff up. So Doug is doing the hot stamp foil using a laser printer, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I am going to be doing it using the SG-1000. So, excuse me. So Doug is doing his on the laser and I'm doing mine on the sublimation, just to show you guys that you can do it no matter what system you have. And
yes.
It is fun, super fun.
Now you've got to have, with the laser system, you got to have a self-weeding transfer. But if you're going to use it for the purposes of foiling, then basically all you need to print is composite black. And as long as you've got any color printer that can print composite black and run a transparency, then you can use this process. So you're not necessarily roped into having an Okidata white toner system, so to speak, or some other competitive white toner system. If you have a standard 4-color process printer and you want to do this with a laser system, if you have any questions, just give us a call. We'll explain how to do it. Okay, now what I've done here is I've taken just a piece of nonstick silicone and I've cut the nonstick silicone so that I can cover my Dog Days of Summer statement. Because I am going to try to two-tone this so that I can one-up Sprite.
We'll see.
Can you hand me my scissors? Were they in my little...
I got my scissors.
I've got mine.
I know.
So I'm going to trim off a piece of foil big enough to cover the design. That should do the trick.
And I think, didn't you talk about how incredibly inexpensive this stuff is?
Oh, yeah.
I think we worked it out to be like, what, 20 cents a shirt or something like that, just for the stamp foil? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yes. As far as the stamping foil is concerned, yes, it is relatively inexpensive to decorate a garment with this foil. Now, just to kind of show you what I'm doing, Sprite.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Take a little piece that I've cut to size.
Gotcha.
To make sure that the foil doesn't stick there.
I wonder if I can, I don't think
But I'm going to put a big enough piece down.
See if I can get this camera
to hopefully cover everything else. Now I am going to take some non-stick silicone sheets. Note that I am not using Teflon. I'm using non-stick silicone sheets. We don't want to use Teflon because Teflon retains moisture. So I'm going to make sure the foil is down nice and smooth.
I'm trying to get this to work, guys. There we go. Okay. All right.
I'm going to use another protective sheet to hopefully hold everything in place. And I'm going to apply this first top layer of foil at about 300 degrees. And I'm going to go about 25 to 30 seconds just to make sure that the foil sets on all those little stars and fragments that I have in the design. When I come over the top with my second color, I'm going to cut that time in half, okay? And the reason I want to do that is because I don't want any foil going over what I've originally put down. All right.
Okay, are you coming to the table?
I'm coming to the table.
All right, let's see if I can figure this out.
I'm coming to the table because I need to cool down my foil.
Okay, here we go.
Now, just like with the low temp transfer, using a sheet of metal to rapidly cool the design, but you want to make sure that the foil does cool down before you remove it.
So Mary asks, where can I get these products? And Mary, these products are on our website right now, so you can purchase them from Condé.com. Mary asked, why couldn't you put the second color under your protected area and press the two colors all at once?
Because I'm not that talented, Mary. In theory, you could do it that way, but you would almost have to make sure that the first piece was secure. You really can't see through the material. So I'm kind of doing it this way just to play on the safe side. I've got a star dog.
Look how good he looks.
So now, let me go ahead and remove. So now this part here, I'm going to decorate with the confetti. And hopefully when I lay this out and I go half that time, it will stick to the areas that are basically meant to target. But these areas around here that are already decorated, it should not stick to those if we do the timing right. So let's see if we can get this down. I'm going to put the shirt back on the platen. I'm going to take my strip of confetti and carefully line it up. I'm going to take silicone sheets.
So Michael Burnt said that you are the master of transfer media as far as he knows.
Okay, well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that compliment. As far as how does one become the master transfer guy, you ruin a lot of t-shirts. That's what you do. Okay, so I'm only going to hit this second layer for about 10 to 12 seconds. It's almost like we're just searing it and taking it right out the pan. All right. Remove my protective sheets. Let me take the shirt.
I'm so excited.
All right, so
But
if everyone can see that.
I kind of hope you mess up a little bit also.
Well, you know, Sprite, when it comes to messing up, I really don't have to put in a lot of effort. You know what I mean? Some people call me a natural, you know, an all-star.
Well, you got to be good at something, buddy.
That's right.
You know.
And, you know, hey, you know, it's not like I'm completely useless. I can always be a bad example.
That's
always
very,
be a
very
bad
true.
example. Okay, so if this is cooled down, let's see, did it work? Did it work?
Look how neato. Okay. All right. So we got to show the camera because that is like so cool. So very cool. So what do you want to wait or do you want to show? Look at that. Look. It's all glittery and sparkly and I just absolutely love it.
Okay.
All
now
right.
we have to do one more step, Sprite.
Oh, all right.
We have to do a finishing press to make it official.
Fine.
Yeah, well, this is the part where I employ my secret weapon. I got a buddy in Germany.
Oh, I got one too. He made me this shirt. I don't think anybody can see it. You'll see it later.
You'll see it later. Well, what he gave me is this gloss finishing sheet. So let's hit it with the gloss finishing sheet and let's see if we can really make it shine.
I didn't didn't get a gloss finishing sheet.
I know you didn't get a gloss finishing sheet. That's why I said I cheat.
Yeah, you do.
So when it comes to fixing, we want to fix at about 15 to 30 seconds using the same time, temperature, and pressure that we did on all of our previous steps. So as you can see, you basically set your press at one temperature, one pressure. All you're really varying is the time. And you lay down your target graphic, you come over the top of it with your foil, do a finishing press.
This is very exciting.
All right. Now, just to make it as shiny as we can possibly get it.
We like shiny.
Well, I know we do. So hopefully by letting this gloss silicone completely cool, it'll give it that nice shine effect that we are gunning for. Bang.
Look, it's shining so much it's messing up the camera.
That is cool.
That is cool.
So at this point, this t-shirt right here, it is ready to wear right out the door. As far as the durability of the hot stamp foil over the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark, we have done our own internal testing here at Condé Systems. We've gone, right now, we're up into the 25 to 35 hot wash, hot dry cycle, and it's holding up beautifully. As a matter of fact, I made a couple of test shirts for Sprite's husband, Chad. He loves them.
Yeah, he does.
So, yeah, so this is my entry into the contest. I guess at this point, I do need to adjust the heat press.
That's right, 356.
356.
And I want you to know that our German friend just said, if I want a glossy finishing sheet, I get a glossy finishing sheet. So, hey, Christopher, thanks for my shirt. Doug doesn't have a cool shirt.
Okay, 356, ma'am?
Yes, sir, 356.
And give me a time.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right, guys. My turn. My turn. Okay. So, we're going to do this on the new paper that we just received in from Forever, the Subli-Light No Cut. And we're going to do, so it's 3 steps. It's going to be the Subli-Light No Cut, the finishing foil, and then the hot stamp foil. And I am using these 2 colors. And guys, this color right here, this is where it's at. So I want to go to Corel here. All right, so here's my design, okay? And it's a full black design. I took it and I just created it into a black and white bitmap. So I'm going to print it, and I'm going to print it through my Sawgrass Print Manager. So when you print through the Sawgrass Print Manager, I have to actually, you got to hit print first. So when you print through the Sawgrass Print Manager, well, first let me make sure I got it all set up. You have to set up the Forever edition. So if you have the SG800, SG400, you go here, you click on SPM, you right click, you go to options, editions, and then you enable a custom edition and you add Forever. But if you're printing from the SG1000, when you print it, give it a second, let it come up. So the media you're going to pick, the substrate you're going to pick is cotton, and then when you pick up cotton, all of Forever's paper come up. So we're going to pick the Subli-Light No Cut. My image is mirrored, it's printing on 11 by 17, and then we just hit print. Okay, so now that that's printing, let's go see if you guys can actually see the printer, because it's really fun to watch it come out of the printer. Oh, all right.
Now, just to chime in for a second, The reason that you're going with the new type of profile setting forever is because essentially we need to command the printer to lay down just a little bit more sublimation ink than what we would normally use. And the reason we're doing that is because we're dealing with a single sheet self-weeding paper. And so basically what we have to have essentially is enough weight in ink to get the emulsion to weed properly. One of the things we got to consider when we're working with Subli-Light is there may be some colors that when you mix certain concentrations to create the color, it might be a bit too light for the paper. So the fuller the color, the darker the color, the better it's going to transfer. Okay, so we definitely want to work with bright, bold colors. The reason that we're using black is a sufficient enough weight that we should get a clean weed with the Subli-Light, and since we're just using it as a target, we're going to color it later with the foil.
Absolutely. And and Patricia asks, does this only work on the Sawgrass models? And no, Patricia, it doesn't. So if you're going to print on a printer that's not a Sawgrass, you just want to make sure that your paper settings are inkjet normal and that your ICC color profile is off. And then you can use whatever printer you want to use. So, all right. Okay. Super, super excited. So that's printing out. Are you getting my press ready?
Yes, ma'am.
My press ready. Let's see if I can. Dogs in space.
Whose bright idea was that?
Wasn't somebody on our marketing team? I don't know. There's Doug. Okay.
I think it's a super cool idea.
The dog days of summer. All right. So, what are you doing, Doug?
Preheating your shirt.
All right. Good deal. That works. Okay.
And then after this, you got to earn it on your own.
Oh, no. All right. Okay. Okay. So, my shirt has been preheated. My temperature is set to 356 degrees. This is wet, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on there while it is wet. All right, I'm going to cover it with, I'm just going to cover it with a piece of protective paper, and then I'm going to press it for about 15 seconds with a light pressure. Okay, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. I'm so excited. This stuff is so cool. We have been waiting for this stuff, and I just love it. I just love it so much. I mean, oh, somebody asked the retail value of these shirts, and because of the, oops, I let that go a little too long, but that's okay. So because of the, you know, I'm a big proponent of the more stuff you put on it, the better the more it sells. All right, this is a hot peel, so I'm just going to go ahead and peel it off.
Well, Sprite, while you're peeling that shirt, to give my opinion on that question, what I basically try to explain to people is the difference between a $5 shirt and a $50 shirt is the artwork that you have on it. So any little extra steps that you can employ to enhance the artwork on the garment adds value, adds perceived value to the garment.
Okay. All right. Yes. So
what you got in your hand, Sprite?
I've got the finishing foil. Okay, so we're going to do this matte side down like this and like this. I don't know if I had enough pressure. I don't know. I might have to do this again. Doug might win from default. We're going to see. All right. So I did my finishing foil. I'm going to press my finishing foil for another 10 to 15 seconds. And then we'll see. All right. Now I'm really nervous because I know that Christopher's watching. Hey, Chris. Okay. Yeah, I don't, yep, I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again. I messed it up. All right. Okay, so Nothing like doing it live, right? Okay, so you guys can see like not all of the ink came off, so we're going to print it again. So let's go back. Yeah, you know, this is, I guess it just kind of goes to show you that like everybody makes mistakes, you know, doesn't matter. And then of course I'm going to make my mistake live on television with a bunch of people watching. All right, we're going to try this again, guys. Well, let's increase the pressure. I think that's what it is.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you determine pressure.
Okay, I think that'll work.
Think
And
so?
also make sure everything's nice and hot. Mm-hmm. So Samantha says, I'm just jumping on. What are you doing? New process? Yes, ma'am. We're doing sublimation to cotton with hot stamp foil. And we're also doing hot stamp foil using an inkjet toner. Was that right? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Samantha, if you're just joining in, you missed my portion of the show, which was
Perfect.
awesome. But I'm sure we'll have this for a replay on Condé TV.
Oh,
right?
yes. It will be on the internet for the rest of my life.
Well, when you do that peel, we'll capture it in super slow-mo.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to make sure my shirt's hot enough.
Okay.
I don't know. Doug, why aren't you sticky lint rolling Sprite shirts?
Because it's a contest. I can't cover her forever.
I mean, you know. Are you crying? Don't cry.
No, I'm not crying.
I think you should always be on the lives with me.
See, it's just, it's laughter. It's building
I
up.
get it. I get
it's
it.
like a volcanic eruption.
I understand. I understand. Okay.
Hey, I see a print coming out.
That's good.
Now,
That's...
just to jump in here, we are taking the print straight out of the printer to the shirt, right?
That's right,
We got to hit it while it's wet,
yeah,
right?
you want the ink to stay wet. So, yes, and Jennifer, this is regular sublimation ink on Forever's new Subli-Light No Cut. So, I think in the next week, we're actually going to do a demonstration just on this on dark and light cotton fabric. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. Now I'm distressed. And not like this pattern, but like physically. Okay.
Now, how long are we doing this press for?
15 seconds, medium pressure. We're going to do medium pressure this time. 15
watch
seconds,
the
medium
timer.
pressure.
There's a hint.
Hush, hush, hush your mouth. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay, it was just a little bit of a pressure issue.
Okay.
Okay, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so, guys. All right, so you can see, what do we do with that other one? So you
The other shirt?
Yeah, no, the other image. Oh, okay, here it is.
It might be
So you guys can see like the difference.
Oops.
So this is the one that didn't work, and you can see all the ink that's left on it, and then this is the one that worked. So I just needed to increase my pressure a little bit. But you know, this is still, I mean, we just got this material in, so we're still using it. We're still learning it too. Okay, so next up, finishing foil. Okay.
Which side goes down against the design on the garment?
The matte side.
Matte side.
The matte side. All right. So.
And do you cover that with a silicone sheet, protective sheet?
We're just going to cover it with a protective sheet.
All right.
Okay. All right. And now we're going to press it again. 10 seconds, 356 degrees, medium pressure. All right. And then we get to the fun part. No, so yeah, it was the pressure, Miriam. All right, here we go. Okay, so no worries with this. This is just going to come right off. Peel it hot. No big deal. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to put my shirt down, and you guys can see the black. So there is some. Where's your tool? There is a little bit of emulsion that kind of stuck, but it's actually going to come off once we do the hot stamp foil. Okay, so now I'm going to do the bottom part of the design one color, and then the top part of the design another color.
So if the two parts, in theory, didn't contact with one another, you can hit them both at the same time?
Well, we are going to do both at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, That's what's going to happen here.
Oh,
okay.
I see. So it's almost like a diving competition now. You're raising the degree of difficulty.
That's right. I'm starting from an 11 where you started from like a 2.
Well, you didn't count on the Russian judge, did you?
It's always the Russian judge that gets you.
And they never give you a decent score. They're so picky.
All right, so I got that part, and now we're going to do this. Can I just say that I think that maybe I shouldn't say it, that you're funnier than David? He's watching, so hey, David. All right. I just get your humor. That's all. That's all it is. It's not a question of funnier or not funnier. You just get me. All right.
Now, a pro tip that I'm going to give everyone here, when it comes to cutting the foil, go out and get you a nice sharp pair of scissors. The foil is fairly easy to cut as long as you've got a good sharp pair of scissors. You could sear nice straight lines. If you have, scissors are a little on the dull side, sometimes the material cut can be a little jagged. Just a little FYI there.
Just a little FYI. All right, so I've got, let's see if we can go to the top camera and then go over, let's see, so that we can go here and we can kind of do this. Let's see. And then, oops, wrong way. Zoom out a little bit more. Okay, all right, so you can kind of see here. All right, so I've got the top covered up, and then I'm going to just kind of place this on the bottom. Now, I'm going to cover this with
What, like a nonstick silicone?
nonstick silicone. Doug coming through with the terminology. Okay. So I'm going to do a piece like this and a piece like this. All right, now, press. We go 30 seconds. 30 seconds, heavy pressure. So I'm going to bring my pressure down some. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now
You're
we let
going
it go.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
And they're back.
She missed a lot. Watch it again. You can watch it on CondéTV.com or our Facebook page, which,
Yeah.
you know, hey.
It worked.
Oh my, we're almost done. I'm so excited. I'm going to win, even though I kind of already lost, so. Okay, now, this is a cold peel, so we got to make sure it's cold. Uh-oh. Not uh-oh. All right, so one of the tricks, Chris, fold it over and then pick it up, and that kind of stops everything from moving. Okay.
Christopher never taught me that trick.
Well, you got whatever it was you got. Let's do this a little bit. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to, oops, the wrong way. There we go. There we go. There I am. Okay. Let it cool.
All that clicking, you didn't accidentally take a satellite out of orbit.
Probably did.
That's why we call this little area here Mission Control. You'll be amazed at what it can do.
So Ara says she's coming in. Wait, what products are we using? We're using the Subli-Light No Cut and the for hot stamp fill. It's amazing. All right. Oh my gosh, nervous.
You should be,
I know, right? Okay.
because this is big reveal time.
Here we go. We're going to do them first.
Looks pretty good there.
All right, and then here we go with the top.
You gonna hold it up?
Woo! Wait a second. Don't I need shit now?
Yeah, technically speaking, you do.
All right, let's go to the front camera and let's do that first, though. Guys, what? What? It's so exciting. Oh, it's so cool. All right, so
Yes, now you have to finish it.
okay. Oh, so much.
Now, if you use a matte finishing sheet,
Yep.
it will take that shine out finish. If you use the glossy nonstick sheet, it'll keep the shine.
Okay, you went glossy, right?
Glossy.
I'm going to get matte and we'll see the difference. So
Okay.
for the matte, so we do it, press it again for 30 seconds. Woo! How interesting. Okay, so this is our hot stamp foil from Forever. This is our Subli-Light no cut from Forever using the...
I was using the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark foil, but you are actually wearing the sublimation to cotton and foil combo.
That's right. That's right, I am.
And I've noticed you've worn that shirt than once.
I like this shirt, and I've worn it more than once also. Okay. Oh, dude.
What's
That's
he?
so cool. I'm just how cool it is.
Stay at the table, so
All right, let's all take a gander at that.
that
You
is
know what
pretty
though?
slick.
I think I like gloss better because I think gloss before I put the matte on there, this kind of had more of like a glittery effect, and it kind of like dulled it out a little bit. But I love this. This is super cool.
That really does. And it's an awesome graphic. Was it Todd Till in our marketing communications that worked on this graphic?
Yeah, I think Todd made this graphic.
Yeah, Todd deserves some kudos, that's for sure.
Todd always deserves kudos. Okay, so now do we see which one's better?
I was going to say, I'll let you put,
Okay.
so you got Design A.
Hold on, let's do it like this. Do it like
I'll
this so
get
they
a
can
table
see it.
shot.
So they can, okay, here's Doug's. Boo.
And let's see it next to Sprite's.
Well, I can. Hey! Those are really good. I mean, they both look pretty doggone good.
Should we let the public decide which one better?
We're just gonna let you won.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And my ego is fragile, so
I know.
I accept this award. All of you love me. You really, really love me. Don't know what to say.
I want to thank Todd to this great graphic that we got today.
That's right, Rosewood, for putting up with my antics. I'll never get back on another Friday show, but you know, when you get the opportunity, you just take advantage. When,
after today, you're not.
You know, when Fred decides to play hooky, you know, it's like, hey, he's away, we're going to play. And I'm glad we had the opportunity to show you guys the hot stamp foil, ways that you can use. We'll continue to test and see if we can come up with even more ways. But like I said, the roll available on our website right now.
Right.
They're $32.95 per roll.
That's correct.
They weigh next to them.
Correct.
Okay, and you use them with sublimation or laser transfers.
Also correct.
You can generate cool designs and metallics and rainbows and cubes and sequins and all this other stuff. And Sprite. So, I mean, fun deal, right?
So I think you won, Doug. I think from looking at all of that, everybody likes yours better. So with that, I guess we're going to see this next week.
Well, we'll have to come up with some other challenge, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
Sprite versus Doug, Spy versus Spy. We'll come up with some kind of series. We'll give it a clever name.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so somebody just made a comment that this looks amazing, but it took a minute, and yeah, I mean it was a 3 set. Honestly, it took what, a minute and a half. Doug a bit longer. Mine took a minute and a half. With a graphic, can go $50 all day because you're not getting graphic that has this type of what do you call it? Luminescence?
You call it luminescence. I call it panache.
Panache.
It's panache.
All right, guys. Thanks for having our tax. Doug. I'm gonna blame it on Doug.
I'm a freeloader. I never come with anything for free. I mean, I do these things. I expect to get something free, like maybe a Coke out the fridge or something like that.
You can have a Sprite, but you can't have a Coke. Right, okay.
Oh,
All
can we
right.
quit on that now?
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.